We're at Download Festival here with Bleed From Within's vocalist Scott, who just performed on the main stage, which was, holy shit, so epic for many reasons, which we'll talk about. But the first time I saw you play Download was also a main stage at Download Pilot. How different did this main stage feel? Because it was a massive crowd that showed up for you today.
Yeah, the Pilot, I think, was it was obviously a much scaled down version of Download, which for the time was absolutely perfect.
Sure.
Gave us a little taster of playing the main stage as well without being too overwhelming like that was.
Yes.
That was intense. That was like, it was like walking out to a sea of people. It was quite terrifying, but honestly, I loved every minute of it. As soon as we walk out on stage, the first note happened, and I can see the crowd are like there already. I'm like, yes, let's do this. It was amazing.
Fantastic. Because last year as well, you performed on the second stage, which probably had its own sort of nerves to it because there was an extra logistical inclusion of the Sky TV, Robin Ramesh.
Yeah.
Were you able to enjoy that, or were you in your head going like, we have to land this thing at the end?
I did not enjoy
a bit late.
I did not enjoy that show one bit because it was a logistical nightmare. Like, we started 20 minutes late.
Yes.
And we only got to play like 4 songs, or 3 songs was it? I don't remember how many songs, but it was just very, very short. It was like 15 minutes, just because of all the technical difficulties. So we're on stage like, this is fucked. Like, sorry, can I swear?
Yeah, absolutely. It's YouTube. You're fine.
Oh, cool. So yeah, we're on stage like, this is just, everything is going wrong. But those like 15 minutes, 3 or 4 songs, whatever it was that we played was amazing.
Yeah.
It was just really hard to get over that hurdle in your head, you know?
Of course, in your head, that's going to feel that way. But in the audience, everyone understands these days, like technical difficulties, the rest everyone's patient. And the time that you did perform was absolutely epic. Were you able to enjoy moments of having the comedians of Robin Ramesh on there and kind of the spectacle that was?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I love those 2 guys. Like, we spent like I think it was just under a week with them on the lead up to that, and there was like an instant connection. I don't know if it's because we're Glaswegian, we're naturally quite funny. Am I allowed to say that?
Of course, absolutely.
But honestly, those guys are so naturally funny. They are hilarious. So we had a really good time, and it was just to have that moment and share that moment with them was just after the whole week that sort of built up to that show it was quite a special moment, you know, and it was something a bit different. We've never done anything like that before. I don't think anyone else that day had done something like that, so it was a special moment, man. And I cannot speak highly enough of the 2 of them. Really, they're just sweethearts. Having
watched the program that came out afterwards, like, I was so pleased for them that they got the confidence to do what they did. Actually, they did a pretty good job.
They smashed it as well. They absolutely smashed it.
That was excellent. Now, something that was completely epic today in your performance, not only do you have the pyro, which now we can learn to expect from yourselves, and the massive LED screens and visuals, but the bagpipes and the Scottish drums that came on in the end. When I heard your album Zenith, I don't think I've ever had this before. I had goosebumps 3 times in a row when the bagpipe section happened in there. Obviously, iconically, Korn has had bagpipes in metal, but for a band from Glasgow, it makes all the sense in the world. Why did that feel like the moment for you to introduce bagpipes into that song and then lead into that performance?
So, Gunsy, our guitarist, who does like a big majority of the writing for Bleed From Within, like obviously Stephen does as well, but Gunsy's been trying to put bagpipes in a Bleed From Within song for honestly about 15 years.
Wow.
And Ali, our drummer, and Davey, our bass player, were sort of like, I find that like a bit cringy. Like, see, the thing is about Scottish people, right? We find most things cringe. Like, really, it's a serious thing. Like, we struggle with it. Whenever we want to do something or try something new, we're always like, nah, it's a bit cringe. So because Korn done it, we were a bit like, can we really do this? And then we're like, fuck that, we're actually Scottish. You know, like, I don't know if Korn maybe have some Scottish heritage, I have no idea.
I don't know.
But we are Scottish, and we are proud as punch of being Scottish, like, really. And then when he wrote the song and he sent it with the like sampled bagpipes, we were like, that works, because it's not over the top. It doesn't sound like a Scottish wedding. It sounds like, you know, tasteful, and it suits the music, and it's not over the top. As soon as we heard it, we're like, yes, man, we need to do this. And I'm so glad we did, because it's become a bit of a spectacle now. Like, whenever we play Bring the Bagpipes Out, people are like, it's almost like a moment where you can see the whole crowd, like, just silence falls upon the festival, and it's a beautiful moment. Like, to be on stage and look out at that it's amazing. And then obviously the guys that play the bagpipes and the snare drums with us are incredible musicians, you know, and to have them with us is a dream, and it's not the last time we'll do it together.
Yes. Yeah, because
we've got a headline tour at the end of the year, and we're planning to do some more of it. So.
Of course. Was this the first time you've had them come on stage with yourselves, or are you done it before? Oh, okay, great. Yes.
At the end of last year, we did the Slipknot tour.
Ah, right.
And we played in the Hydro in Glasgow, which is the big arena in Glasgow. So that was a very special moment for us as well. So that was the first time we'd done it.
I bet that was incredible.
Fucking incredible, man. So, yeah, that was the first time we'd done it, but it will certainly not be the last. Like,
amazing. No, it totally works. And actually, there are moments throughout that album where you've got choirs, you've got orchestral instrumentation, which when I was listening to it, I was thinking, is this synthesized orchestra? Because that would make sense for ease of rearrangement. Or do you have like
no, it's legit people.
Wow.
Like, we hire I can't remember the guy's name, man.
We'll add it in the description later.
Jamie something, I want to say his name is. I feel bad. I feel really bad.
You will know it as soon as this ends.
I'm drawing a blank. I'm drawing a total blank. And then for a lot of the female choir stuff, I've got a choir noir.
Oh,
incredibly talented people as well. And no, it's all legit. Like, I'm sure there's stuff on there that is sampled, but for the most part, it's people playing their instruments.
And that album for me had an excellent journey arc to it through the tracks. How much of that are you thinking about in advance, or is it a case of you write a bunch of songs and you go, right, what is the best way to knit these together after the fact?
Yeah, the songs come first, and then we sort of sit down as a band and listen to the songs and argue a lot of what's the order should be, and then we all just sort of come to an agreement on what works the best, you know?
Yeah. Now, when it comes to your stage performances, was Download Festival in 2021 the first time you went for like the big pyro to go like, let's make a big thing of this? Or is that something you've been trying to amp up ever since you started as a band? The visual aspect is
well, we've always sort of had it in mind. We just weren't ever at that point, or we hadn't really gotten to that point. But we've always like sort of like had goals. And even now, like there's still things ahead of us. Like we see our new record Zenith as like sort of like us at our absolute best that we've ever been, but it's also a lot to do with like the space above us. We've always, whenever we do something like that, there's always the next thing that we're dreaming of and we want to achieve, and yeah.
Well, that's great. That should lead to longevity, because if you're improving a little bit each time, that also makes it interesting for you. You're not just like...
Exactly, and the thing is, we buzz off that as well. Like whenever that pyro goes off, I'm like inside, I'm like, oh my god, this is so cool. You know, like it's not what I'm trying to act cool and I'm trying to act like it's not happening, but inside I'm like freaking out, going, this is awesome that this is happening for us.
Yeah, because you mentioned on stage today that it was 2005. You guys came down on a mega bus, God bless you, from Glasgow to check out Download, and then you're now main stage, and not just like, oh, you're opening the main stage. You're booked to smash the main stage, which you did.
And that's the thing. Like 2005, we weren't playing. We were just coming down. We bought tickets and we were here to see. I think it was like sort of Guns and I can't remember, Tool. I think Guns N' Roses maybe. Yeah. 2005. That could be wrong.
It's a long time ago, to be fair.
It was 20 years ago, man. And like we've been a band for 21 years, so we just started the band, and we're all coming to Download, watching these bands freaking out. And to think 20 years later, we just played the main stage, and it was unbelievable. With that production, it's a proper like pinch me moment, you know. It's an incredible feeling, and this band means the world to us. And we write songs about things that, especially like the lyrics and stuff, it's all things that have, like, shit things that have happened in our life. It's all personal to us, you know, and for it to get to that stage is just it's a dream come true, man.
And you can see that in the crowd as well. It's not just like an entertaining spectacle show. There's people on shoulders of their friends. There's meaningful moments being had as well. Yeah. The audience kind of feels that.
That's the thing, like, as well, like, it's maybe not for me to speak for other people, but when I'm on stage looking out to the crowd, I can see the look on people's faces that we mean a lot to them, you know, and that's not lost on us. Like, there was kids there crying, holding Scotland flags and stuff, and I just can't believe we're so lucky to be in this position, man.
We're having a great moment, I think, in metal, especially in the UK, with the likes of yourselves and other fantastic bands. Is there anyone else that's kind of up and coming that you're thinking, they're fucking great, I hope that they can get a larger audience?
There's a band, they played not long after we finished, called Viller.
Yes, we caught their set, actually.
So as soon as we came off, I ran to the dressing room, put some deodorant on, changed my t-shirt, still sweating, and ran to that stage. I missed like the first half of the first song, but I love that band. So it's ex-members of Black Peaks and Palm Reader. Josh, the vocalist of that band, is probably the best vocalist in metal right now. And I really mean that. He's out of this world. He's like Devin Townsend good.
He's a powerhouse.
Unbelievable,
it is a
man.
Wall of sound that he can generate from his pipes.
I was there with my wife and one of my best friends watching them. And I turned to them and I was like, this is a vocal masterclass. And I can't tell him that because he doesn't take compliments well.
Really?
The amount of times that we've toured with Palm Reader and stuff in the past, and the amount of times I've said to him, you're like my favourite vocalist, and he's like, shut up, don't tell me that, man. He doesn't take compliments well at all. I'm telling the people, fucking check out Valor. They are unbelievable. Also a band called Unpeople.
Unpeople are fantastic.
Unbelievable, man.
Yes.
Two of the most exciting bands for me right now.
Totally agree. Yeah, they played on the Friday and they
Yeah,
were
I know.
absolutely brilliant. They're on the way up.
I'm so glad they didn't play today because I'd be there.
Yeah. Oh, well. But you did a fantastic job today.
Thank you, man.
Completely annihilated the main stage. It was a wonderful thing to see. Thank you very much for your time today. Of
course, thank you for having me, man.
That's a pleasure. And
You guys are promoting us doing this, so I really appreciate your.
no, it's an honor, and the music is fantastic. The album Zenith is a wonderful piece of music. So well done
thank you,
yourself.
man. We put a lot of hard work into it, and genuinely proud of it. Genuinely believe it's our best work yet. But it won't be our best work. There will be better albums.
The next one will be. Yeah. Wicked. Thanks, Scott.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you so much, man.
Pleasure.
I appreciate you.
Thank
Cheers.
you.